Hello, welcome to Tarot Concertina. Today we will do a reading for the Aquarius collective for July 2025, or whenever you find this video. I'll first look into what we might expect in love and relationships, and then we'll take a look at career. As a reminder, please only take the messages that resonate with you and leave what does not on the table for another viewer. There are timestamps in the description box if you are only interested in love and relationships or you want to jump to career directly. And keep in mind, these might not both be for the same viewer. It's very likely that two different messages can be for two different watchers. If you do like this video, please comment, subscribe, and if you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website, tarotconcertina.com, is in the description box. So this is the star card from the Linweave Tarot that was published in the 1960s. And the star is Aquarius's card. And I thought I'd start with a few messages I got while doing a meditation before starting the video. First of all, it was completely fascinating. I felt like I was pulled out of what I thought was reality, kind of detached feeling. And I heard the phrase, we have a very loose grasp on what we think reality is. So maybe Aquarians are always living life this way, kind of detached from reality, or just aware that maybe we're in a simulation. I got that impression or something. So you might have a very different, unique way of thinking about the world. And I also got this sense of finding the world to be a little mundane because you're in this kind of higher conscious state and you have more of a far-reaching vision. Like the real world is kind of dull for you. I also got a visual of being behind a truck with a bumper sticker on it that said something along the lines of please wait or please hold or something about patience. So it might be a metaphor, maybe you feel trapped or just held back from going the speed you want to go in life. Okay, let's get into the tarot portion of the video, which will start with love or relationships of any kind. So let's look into love or relationships for Aquarius in July. These can be relationships not necessarily romantic in nature, but any sort of close relationship you have in your life. I've already shuffled the cards many times. Four of Wands in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, Four of Swords, Justice in reverse, the World, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. And I happen to look at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So, looks like we're going through a bit of a distressing time in our love lives at the moment. Again, only take what resonates. Don't force anything to fit. If it's not yours, it's not yours, then that is totally fine. So we started off with Four of Wands in reverse, which could be the overhaul or ending of a relationship or the way two people designed a structure around their relationship. I just want to point out most of these cards are in reverse except for the World and the Four of Swords. So it could indicate there's more internal processing happening rather than external influence at this time. When cards are reversed, I think it's happening more on the inner or subconscious levels at times. We have the Four of Swords bookending the Four of Wands here, with the Eight of Swords in reverse in the center. So I'm glad. It looks like we're doing some resting and healing after a potential breakup or end of a situation as we knew it. There might have been a realization here that allowed you to break free from a relationship. Upright, the figure is bound and doesn't realize they can untie themselves. These are actually quite loose. And in the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the feet are unbound. So it's as if we're in a cage of our own making, a prison of our mind, something along those lines. But when it's reversed, we've realized we're doing that, and we can now untie ourselves and roam freely. And it looks like you're choosing to walk to a place of rest. I chuckled because it looks like there was some exhaustion here and you chose to go take a nap. So that sounds great to me. Like, you need your rest. It's time to heal mentally and physically. Justice in reverse is feeling like things were not fair and balanced, and that could have led to the end of a relationship. And the World here is indicative of the end of a cycle. So a lot of cards pointing to completing something that was causing you anxiety and distress, like kind of feeling trapped almost. And it looks like you're breaking free from it, and it's a slow healing process. And you're working on healing your heart, because it looks like Queen of Cups in reverse could mean some depression or just feeling blue for a long period of time here with the World, and taking the time to heal from this. So in July, or leading up to July, I'm kind of getting the impression most of this has already occurred. So you would know if this is your reading by now or not. It looks like it's for the best that you've ended a cycle or an unhealthy situation in which you felt constrained in some way, or filled with anxiety, mental anguish, that caused you a bit of depression, and now you're making strides towards healing. I'm going to clarify with some additional tarot. I have Two of Cups, Empress, Hermit in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. I think this is energy coming in that's more future oriented. It looks like there's a healthy relationship on the way. Two of Cups can represent a romantic relationship where there's more of a balance, more equality, where you feel empowered. The Empress is all about personal empowerment and also feeling your most creative and open self. The Hermit in reverse here is making me wonder if you're taking a bit of a break to really go inward and be on your own for a while to figure out what makes you feel your most empowered self. It's almost like you're saying, I need to work on myself, so I can have this major glow up, maybe get a makeover, make myself feel really beautiful and ready for this relationship. But you're really working hard, like intentionally healing. Like, I'll do whatever it takes, even if it takes a lot of repetition. And the last thing to wrap up the relationship portion are some oracle cards. By the way, you are not alone with this energy. Many of the other sign readings have been showing the end of a cycle, a difficult transitional period in July. So if that brings you any comfort to know that you're not in this by yourself, I hope that helps. Okay, this flew out and fell on the floor, flirtation. So there's some excitement here around a new prospect, it looks like. New beginnings, lots of fun interactions with new people, maybe. That is Venus in Sagittarius. I'm getting that feeling of butterflies in the stomach. So there's exciting new opportunities here for romantic interactions. Have inspiration. That's Mercury in Pisces. And practicality. That's not as fun. So it looks like inspiration comes with meeting new people. Looks like you're having a more lighthearted approach to life, but still remaining practical. This is a very practical energy here. 8 of Pentacles and practicality. It's working hard to master a craft, or in this case, I think it's working hard to work on your self-worth. Or it's just like putting one foot in front of the other every day in order to move yourself in the direction of happiness and kind of walk out of this anxious feeling, this kind of waking up in the middle of the night, dreading the world sort of feeling. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. I thought I'd throw that in there. Oh, by the way, this is Moon in Capricorn. You might have any of these placements. They might be significant. And then we have Power, Moon in Scorpio. And I think it's more about reclaiming your power, your personal power here. And remember, reclaiming your power is not selfish, it's just doing what you know is best for yourself. You're doing the healthy thing here by moving on at a pace that you're comfortable with, following your inspiration. And yeah, again, I'm getting the feeling of somebody's getting a makeover or a glow up of some kind. But it's all for you, and I like that a lot. So you're focused on yourself in July as you recover and feel better about the world and yourself. Okay, I think things will be looking up for you as we move through July and into the rest of the summer. I know this healing process doesn't happen overnight. I think that's all the messages I have for relationships for July for you. I hope this brought you some insight, and let's move on to the career portion of your reading. Okay, I paused to shuffle the cards many times, but I'll throw in a few more. Let's look at career for Aquarius in July. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Two of Rods or Wands, Five of Pentacles in reverse, the World in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. That's reminding me of the meditation where I saw the bumper sticker that says, please wait, and I felt like I wanted to go and I was stuck behind a truck. And I peeked at the bottom, we have the Empress came back, so that is great news. Empress is all about creativity, as I mentioned earlier, and feeling very empowered. So it looks like you're finding your way back to this. I gotta say, the Ten of Swords is another painful ending, and I was hoping to see a little more positive energy after the relationship portion of the reading. But it is what it is. Real tarot, real life situations. So it looks like something came to an end. Might have been a painful ending. You might have felt betrayed in some way. But the good news is it's usually a blessing in disguise. And you're already looking into the future here very quickly. There's a quick turnaround here. This could be about an honest truth that you're now moving in the direction that suits you better than whatever this ending situation is. It's also a card of inspiration and intellect. So it could be something striking you in your mind. Remember, swords are all about thought, but also action. So it looks like you've got your eye on a new plan here, but you're still kind of figuring it out. You're making plans for a brighter future. You're just trying to figure out how to grasp this Ace of Swords so you can move toward your destiny. With the Five of Pentacles here in reverse, it's a recognition that you were feeling either left out from something, pushed out, and now you're not having any of that anymore. You're cycling it out. And there's no more waiting. It was almost like you had plateaued and you didn't see a future here, so you're ending this cycle that didn't suit you well. It's almost like you're saying, I have bigger dreams than whatever this situation or career was allowing me to pursue. So again, it's like wanting to speed past other people and feeling stifled or held back in some way. You're making a plan to free yourself from that. You could have been involved with something for a long time, for a big chunk of your life. You worked really hard at it and saw some results, but not enough to continue in that direction. And there's some part of you that felt left out of the process. And there's a recognition here that it might be time to pursue new horizons. Horizons or opportunities that make you feel empowered and creative and more like your true self. And we'll get a few more tarot cards. Let's get more clarifying tarot cards. What can Aquarius expect for career in July? I did just get a sensation of a weight lifting, so maybe it's a great relief for you to be released from this situation. Okay, we have Ace of Swords again. So definitely a new beginning of some kind. And an Ace of Pentacles, double aces. So absolutely a new opportunity, if not two opportunities. One's more intellectual perhaps, and one's more earthy, grounded, material. One might stimulate your mind more, one might pay more money. Decisions. Okay, fascinating. The Devil kind of came out sideways, so could be reversed. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this because for some of you it looks like the situation you kind of felt betrayed by and rejected from, or something was off with. It might be coming back around to offer you something more lucrative is the word I'm getting. I don't like seeing the Devil next to the Ace of Pentacles because it means there's strings attached to an offer, and there's a warning here about regretting taking that offer. So I encourage you to move in a direction that makes you feel empowered, and don't be pulled back into an unhealthy, toxic situation. Okay, thank you for the warning. I want to see more about this Ace of Swords, please. Okay, we have the Well card, which doesn't usually exist in the standard 78 card tarot deck. This is an additional card from the Ethereal Visions tarot deck. And I leave it in because I like the message. She's kind of this creatrix is the word they use in the description. So in relation to the Ace of Swords, it's almost like you have a really bright, innovative idea here that's very creative and very you, and it exercises your mind in a very stimulating way. And you're kind of bringing something new into the world, which I think is cool. So it's not usually my place to give advice, but I would heavily consider not taking this offer attached to Devil energy. There's something attached to the offer that you might regret down the line. I would go in the direction that the Ace of Swords is encouraging you to go in, which is more creative, more independent. It might just be you bringing an idea into the world. Remember, you are a unique thinker based on my meditation. You might have some really fascinating new invention or concept that you are supposed to deliver to the rest of humanity. I think that's what Aquarius energy does best, isn't it? So yeah, I'm definitely favoring this opportunity that you might create yourself. It's not like something delivered to you, like you deliver it to the world. It came out of your mind and your imagination. Let's just get a few oracle cards. Harmony came out. Sun in Libra. So something you bring into the world might bring harmony to others in some way, a sense of peace. Or also, I always think of music when I see the word harmony. Something to do with nature. Empress is very about the natural world as well. I knew this card was going to come out. Innovation. So here we have Saturn in, is that Aquarius? I think it is. So again, I think you do have an innovative idea that you are thinking about bringing into the world. And Spirit, the oracle cards are encouraging you to do so. And then also came out optimism and impulsiveness in reverse. So don't be impulsive. Don't make impulsive decisions. Think things through, but you have reason to be optimistic, or you bring a sense of optimism to others with whatever this innovative, harmonious idea you have here. So don't doubt, you are highly creative, highly intelligent, and the world, I think, needs to experience or hear what you have to say. Whatever this is, I encourage you to go forward with it. But there's a word of caution here about not taking a toxic offer. Don't impulsively take this offer. But it's up to you, of course. I'm excited for you. So I think I'll end it there. Thank you so much for being here, and take care and have a great rest of your July.